What's up guys, it's the Game Bro coming back to you with part 2 of our Neo Geo CD Spotlight. Today we are taking our first look at a proper shooter on the console with Last Resort. Like if Ghost Pilot's being the middle finger to Capcom's 1940 series games, Last Resort picks up the sloppy seconds to Irem's R-Type, and you know the Game Bro is all about that afterthought. Developed and published by SNK, Last Resort was first released in arcades and the AES console April 24th, 1992, and will be ported to the CD in 94 in Japan, with the North America release coming out the following year. Many will call this a knockoff of R-Type at first glance, especially as SNK brought in former Irem staff to help development. But in the early 90s, in a genre that pretty much hit for the color cycle already, what could this side-scrolling shooter have to offer the Game Bro? Let's get into it and go family style on Last Resort. It's the fucking plot.
Yo, come get your fucking bucket!
In the future, humans have developed the tech to finally move into space and deplete their resources now, but in a Ray Crisis, Skynet kind of way, a computer virus infects the computer running the first space station, not going full Challenger, but killing off its defenses, and even making humans side with it. The virus attacks Earth, and the only hopes rest on the advanced ships you take control of, and the game unfolds over 5 stages that can be looped twice. Woo! Man, that was a good one. Fucking railed it. Your ship, or ships, shall you see, look pretty awesome, and after checking that cover art, almost make it look like another sub-shooter like In the Hunt. Exactly like R-Type, you are given an indestructible force-like pod that can be launched at enemies, but unlike R-Type, can be locked in place at any location around your ship. Mastering this mechanic is crucial to advance through the stage enemy patterns and help make it look like you didn't just cheat off the Asian kid, but you're way more capable than just running a laundromat. Standard weapon power-ups can be achieved by killing certain enemies and are controlled by the A button, as well as charging by holding the button down to shoot and wipe out really anything other than the bosses. To me, keeping the pod in front is the best way to go about things, making up for your lack of timing like a Plan B joke after a miscarriage. Controls are a bit fast with the clicky stick controller, but compared to Ghost Pilots, it's the finest line you'll ever rip off a brown chick's ass. The bosses are fucking sick looking across the 5 levels, with the asteroid field leading to the final boss that's so R-Type it's R-Type. Yo dog, I heard you like R-Type, so we made you another R-Type. Yo dog, I heard you like Orangina, so I got you a fuck ton of Orangina. Yo dog, I think you got the point. But the standout to me, and really anyone, is level 1. Fucking Terminator. God, don't you just want to fuck Linda Hamilton? I'm not even talking Terminator 1 or 2 Linda Hamilton. I'm talking like Dante's Peak Linda Hamilton, where James Bond gets to have his way with the small Temare with his fucking rock smarts. And holy shit did the daughter grow up. You know that's that chick that fucking Silas hooked up with from Weeds and you got to see her tits? You're like, fuck, that's hot. Shit, what were we on? Level design is super cyberpunk, especially the first level, with inspiration said to be from the '88 film Akira. Progression through the levels builds upon each prior, leading to a final showdown in space.
Fucking imagine that.
Against the final boss. There's a lot of nice touches, from the cars exploding on the streets to the asteroid field to the battleship that's so Irem it's fucking Irem. In the second level, the console shows off what's hanging between the legs as rain during a progressively darkening sky over the ruins of the city lead into the boss battle, with the score really setting it up nicely. When the screen gets filled up with enemies and a lot of fire, there's a bit of slowdown, but not being pants at the spelling bee bad. What is everyone seeing your wiener in 2nd grade bad though is the fucking difficulty. One thing I fucking hate in the shooter is respawning at a checkpoint, which Last Resort does, but not in 2-player mode, like only if the gamer had fucking friends or a son to play with, but with the accuracy of NIPT tests these days, you can never be too careful. If you want a complete playthrough, the 5-stage loop takes over 20 minutes to complete. With my community college bachelors, I can inform you the double loop for the real 1cc takes over 40 minutes. Last Resort is faster paced than R-Type, but memorizing levels, patterns, and ovulation timing is what's going to give you that best shot at finishing inside with no chance of that extra chromosome. The soundtrack is not the greatest, but fits the game perfect at times, making up for what the game kinda lacks. Made by SNK lifers, it really makes you feel like more than going on than just another 2D shooter from the early 90s, so bravo. The replay value as a shooter is average, but for the console is pretty high if the Neo Geo is all you got to sport wood with. As a pick up and play, the load times are a major boner kill, and with the respawn points turn me off worse than a girl that won't give blowjobs. I mean, like, what the fuck? I took you to a 5-star dinner, watched your kids all week, and you won't put my dick in your mouth? Like, what the fuck? Some girls eat ass as a handshake these days. You're lucky your neighbor's husband just fucking died. So, yeah, if all you got is 10 minutes, it's gonna be a no for me, dog. In ways of the collection, to me it's top 2 on the console to have in way of how good it is, but doesn't wear the highest price tag, with an average of around $130 if you want that stateside action. The cover art fits the aesthetic the game was going for and looks awesome on the shelf with its CD counterparts. What does it mean in terms of the STG landscape? Well, it shows even though made by the same people as R-Type and as similar as it looks, a totally different game can emerge and will go on to receive critical acclaim as an arcade and home release, being compared to what it was said to look like, but more in a complimentary kind of way. So many of the games I've touched on so far on this channel all have family ties to each other, and that's not always the plan, but no surprise why the Game Bro keeps winding up between a mom and daughter type situation.
A couple of us guys were wondering, we go family style on her.
Ghost Pilots was proof that you deserve better, and after the disappointment of last Tuesday night, it's time to shoot for the moon. Unfortunately, even the Game Bro can't bring every dime back to this used-up twin that seemed more Bush than Ground Zero. I don't want to call Last Resort a consolation fuck, but considering all the work you put in on Double D Debbie for her to walk out with some fucking douchebag that also had a ring on his left hand, her daughter's about to find out what a good spite fuck is all about. Sometimes a good night is all about playing the hand you're dealt. You don't need a royal flush to score the pot, but Last Resort at least gives you the full house to take the hand and live the fucking other day. Anyway guys, hope you like part 2 of our Neo Geo CD Spotlight. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that fucking bell button if you want to know when part 3 comes out. Hope you guys have a good week and enjoy. I've been the Game Bro, and I am out.